There are many styles of doors. Here are a few. They are all connected via this one hub over here. They all have the same lock state. When one is locked, all are locked. Each door has its own lock client. These lock clients report to this lock hub. Each one of these is responsible for one lock pad. Alright, let's show you how this is built. This may look complex, but it's simple to do. The electrics are already done, so we'll just be doing the rest of the logic. First, you want to make sure that the display you have, a 1x1 display, is hooked up to the video output of a control client. Now you want to go to the composite, and you want to make sure that the composite of that same monitor is hooked up to the same client. Now you want to go to the data. In the data tab, you want the lock output of your client to go to one of the 5 lock inputs of the hub. Next, you want to have the pin out go to one of the pin inputs of the hub. Make sure that they have matching numbers. You also want your hub to tell your client whether or not it is locked. You do so by putting the lock state to the current lock status input. Now let's deal with the door itself. The door is fairly straightforward. We connect slide 1 to the first slide that needs to operate. In this case, it is the slide that is bringing the door out from the locked position. Slide 2 is the second slide that needs to operate, and in this case, it is moving the door horizontally across the door frame. We also want to include the lock state, as this is what keeps the door actually locked. Top tip: you actually need the door to be in a closed position when making it, or it will not seal. Here I'm also adding an indicator light, so we know that it's sealed. Now we also need to add some sort of a constant on signal or something else to make sure that the display is on so we can actually unlock the door. And lastly, to activate this door, we could use a button or a push or something like that, but instead we're just going to use the lock state, so we're going to add that to one of the inputs. Alright, that's the door done. As a side note, for a regular door, put the lock output as one side of the AND, and whatever you use to open the door as the other side. The result of the AND then goes to the door's input. The lock option in green will be available when the system is unlocked. When you type in the incorrect password, simply type unlock and it will reset. A password can be as long as 5 digits. I have been Unimposed, or USB on Steam, and this has been the pin lock and sliding door, I guess, video.